Her most beautiful roses used to come from England, but now nursery owner Beth Lunny can only get roses from Holland. Her customers near Belfast prefer the English roses, with beautiful names like the Dark Lady. But Northern Ireland has had special economic status since Brexit. It still belongs to the EU single market, and the EU has strict regulations to prevent the import of pests.
There was the possibility that there might be a splash of soil on the pot, so that went against the EU regulations. Well, it's very frustrating when you've been dealing with companies for 25, 30 years. You know you're getting excellent varieties of plants that your customers will buy, and then you're just suddenly told at a stroke of a pen, sorry, you can't have these, you can't get them.
Since Brexit, the customs border has been moved to the Irish Sea, despite Northern Ireland remaining part of the United Kingdom. At the port of Belfast, documents are checked and fresh produce inspected. Mark Brown runs the Arcadia Delicatessen in Belfast, now in its third generation. He can still get his olives from Italy without any problems. But cheese and other fresh produce from Britain are a pain to import. Many suppliers have decided there's just too many checks and too much bureaucracy. They've simply cancelled those contracts.
A lot of them have just sort of walked away from Northern Ireland because it's a very small market. You know, they're probably only supplying very few people in Northern Ireland, you know, so they decided, you know, it's just too much hassle. And I can understand that.
Aidan Connolly from the Northern Ireland Retail Consortium maintains ties with many small business owners like Mark Brown. Their main problem is that they can't afford expensive consultants to guide them through the new bureaucratic jungle.
We need a trusted trader scheme to remove some of that friction. We need a veterinary agreement to remove a lot of that friction immediately and let us get to that trusted trader scheme. But we need the EU and UK both to move.
But if politicians on both sides fail to reach an agreement, things will get even worse for Northern Irish companies in the autumn. Temporary policies which regulate fresh food will be done away with. That means even more checks and even higher costs for business owners in Northern Ireland.